Okay, so welcome again to my digital painting tutorial using Photoshop. Um, Here in this tutorial, I'll demonstrate to you on how to create a good custom brush. Not custom brush, but to how to uh, customize your brushes, custom brushes. Let's say if you want to create a more noisy, grungy effect to your brush, instead of, like, for example, if you have this kind of brush, then if you want to create a more grungy effect, not like this, so it's a more soft, smooth brush. So if you want to create a more scatter type or noisy effect, so you need to use your brush setting and change or add other options. So for example, in this brush, I'm using type of brush that I get from an image and then cut it out using selection tool, just portion of it, and then convert into defined brush preset, so I can use that as a brush. And then I used my shape dynamics transfer for this setting, so to have a smoother, if I uncheck the transfer, so you will have a more solid brush. If you select transfer, so you will have a smoother, softer brush. In your transfer, you make sure that the opacity jitter control is set to pen pressure, and then control for the flow jitter is set to pen pressure also. Then if you want to have a more grungy effect, okay, so this one, then this one. So you need to select one of these options, and that option will be the texture. So as you can see, that the brush that I'm using now is changed to this effect. So it's more noisy. So if you go to the texture option, you'll see that I'm using a pattern. So it's a default. Sometimes it's a default, or I just convert into my previous image. So I use that as pattern and then convert into that kind of pattern, so I can use that as pattern. And then once you use that pattern, follow this option also. So you need to adjust your scale, the brightness, contrast, to make the pattern more defined. Let's say, for example, a more increase of contrast. So just have a more uh, center percentage of that contrast or level. And then you need also to check your texture each tip or the mode. So you need to change the mode. So for example, if you just select overlay, so it will have a different result or multiply. So it's up to you what mode is suitable for your design. So then you also need to adjust the depth. So if it's for 100% or just a little bit of that percentage. So see the effect of that brush, or you just increase it to 100%. Okay. So that's for that kind of grungy effect, if you want to use that type of brush instead of having just a smooth type of brush, or just if you have to want to have a realistic brush in Photoshop. So that's it. Thank you.